Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Spice Divorce Party Planner TV show. I'm your host, Spice. So, singles and divorcees. Have you guys ever heard this saying that Black women have attitudes? Has this affected dating? Well, today that's what we're going to talk about on the Spicy Divorce Planner TV show. And we have a guest, Mr. Shariff. Shariff, what
How y'all
city are you
doing?
representing today?
I'm representing Long Beach, California, as usual.
All right. So, Shariff, have you heard that saying before, that Black women have attitudes?
Yes, I've heard that plenty of
Okay.
times.
Okay. This is the second part. We recorded a part earlier in regards to the same subject. Why do you think men say this? Why do you think men say that Black women have attitudes?
Oh, damn, where do I begin? Okay, well, I'm serious when I said that too. Like, damn, where do I begin? Now, I don't
Mm-hmm.
want to put all women in the box because not all women, have attitudes. Some women have attitudes for some women have attitudes because they ain't, and I'm just be honest with you, some ain't had no upbringing the proper
Mm-hmm.
way. Like, seriously. And you know, as far as like women or having an attitude when it comes to men, most of these men that they dealing with, excuse my language, they ain't about shit. Like, stop picking these men that you know are not men and
Mm-hmm.
they're not doing what they supposed to do as a man. And
I'm
then
glad
you
you
have to
said that, because you're the second gentleman that's been on our show and that said that, because earlier we were interviewing Sydney Allen and he said that, because I always hear these men that go off online and be like, Black women do have attitude, but when we sit down and actually get to talk to two Black men or two men in general, they don't necessarily feel that way. That's good that they don't necessarily subscribe to that.
yeah, nah, not all men subscribe to it. Like I said, it's just again, it depends on the fella. It depends on the woman you dealing with. If you dealing with a boy, then that's what you gonna get. If
Mm-hmm.
you messing with a man who claim to be a man, but he acting like a boy, then I can see where the woman is gonna have problems. Where the
Gotcha.
attitude comes in, she doesn't really have an attitude because she's having an attitude. She's having an attitude because in her mind as a woman, she see the potential in you, right? But you're
Mm-hmm.
not holding your end up. And then she has to, as a woman, she has to hold your slack, pull your weight. That's
Mm-hmm.
why most women complain. Then you just have then you just have some women. You have some women who, I don't know, they just, like I said, it starts with the upbringing.
Mm-hmm.
And hey, how you doing? Let me have this. Excuse me, I'm in the store right now. That
So, Sharif, can you give us some examples that of attitudes by Black women? Have you had to deal with any attitudes by Black women, or you don't feel like that at all? How do you feel about that?
nah, I just got finished dealing. Oh, not that one. I take it. Nah, I just got finished dealing with that. For an
Okay.
example, I was calling my daughter's mother
Mm-hmm.
to tell her I'm bringing her home because she got to go to school Monday. She was with me for the past week for spring break. Now, I didn't know her phone was tripping or acting out or whatnot. I didn't know that. So I'm texting her. Thank you. I'm texting her, letting her know that, yeah, I'm bringing her home. I'm just letting you know we on our way now. So she
Yeah.
immediately called me back with a lot of testosterone in her voice. Like, come on, fall back a little bit. I'm just letting you know. I didn't like how did I know that your phone was tripping?
Uh-huh.
All you had to say was, oh, okay, miscommunication, phone was acting up. The signals or whatnot, like I was telling you, the signal was bad. She want to get on the
Yeah.
phone. Hey, I told you that. My phone was tripping. We had to look. Come on, I don't need all that. I don't need all that. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Just I don't need that. A lot of
Yeah.
women just be on some weird shit too. They just feel like, look, check this out. A lot of women be acting like a lot of some of my melanin enriched women in this day, like seriously, it's like you can't tell some of them nothing. You can't tell them shit. They don't want to hear nothing. They know what's best, or they think they know what's best. You know, they don't know. Some of them don't know how to communicate properly.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they think the sun rises and sets on their ass.
Mm-hmm.
Like all kind of shit. I don't know.
Now
It's just weird.
we asked our panel earlier, is it only black men that say black women have attitudes? Do you think it's only black men that say that, or do you think it's other ethnicities too?
Oh.
Do you ever?
Nah, it ain't just black women. It's women. Period. It's women. Period. In general.
No, I mean like
But since we talking about,
wait. I mean like you know how sometimes black men say black women have attitudes.
right.
Have you ever heard like a white dude saying black women have attitudes, or a Latino dude saying that black women have attitudes, or is it mostly black men saying that about black women?
Nah, it's pretty much us saying that about our own women. Because when most melanin enriched women get with other men, they don't act like that.
Mm-hmm.
They don't, for the most part. They don't act like that. They don't act like how they act with us, with the next man. You know, they'll treat that man like they're a king amongst kings. You know, they'll submit themselves a little bit to him. You know, they'll be more open and willing to, you know, adhere to what is being said to them. You know, it's not an attitude or a frown when they speaking to them. I'm serious. You know,
Well,
when we talking to them, it's almost like as if we in a battle, we fighting. It's like I'm not here to fight you. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to get an inner and understanding of something. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa. But yeah, to your, you know, to your question, nah, it's just, to me, it's just us. In my opinion, it's just us. But I'm not saying that, you know, other genre of men, you know, haven't said that. I don't know. I haven't heard it personally. I just heard motherfuckers that look like me say that.
right.
For a
That's what
bevy of reasons.
yeah, that's what I usually have heard or seen was usually someone of the same ethnicity. But Mrs. Kia, who was on our panel earlier, she said she's experienced that from various ethnicities. So she's saying like maybe a white man might talk to her like that, or a Latino man like say that to her. So she doesn't think it's like a black on black thing. She thinks the world perceives black women with the attitude. Not everybody, but some people do say that. And she even admitted to having an attitude at one point in her life. So.
Did you ask her why she had that attitude?
Yeah, she explained it. She did explain that. So if you watch our previous video, you'll see that.
Okay. Because
Now,
it's a reason. It's a reason why sometimes it don't be reason. They just want to have an attitude because I feel like I can just do all of that.
so okay, is your mom African American?
Yes, she is.
Okay, now do you think your mama has attitude?
Um, being the woman that, now when you say, because it's different types of attitudes. Let's be very clear with that. It's different types of attitudes. So when you speak on the mothers, or you know, just my mom in general, if she, yeah, if she didn't have the attitude that she has, she probably wouldn't be the woman that she is. So that's why I say it's different types of attitudes. So we got to be clear as to what attitude or what type of attitude we talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, with mothers, yeah, especially raising boys, they gotta have that type of attitude. They got to. They
Which
got to. They
brings
got to put their foot down.
which brings me to my next question. Has a black woman's attitude ever protected you?
Yeah,
Yeah, and I think that should be a question that we bring up when a lot of these men
yeah.
say that, black women have an attitude, but I think sometimes even though
It has its pros and its cons.
yeah, even though sometimes there's verbal lashings, but sometimes I think it also comes to your defense. Like if they're talking about your child or your husband, the same attitude that you complain about sometimes comes to your defense. I've noticed that too.
Right. It
So do
does
you
though. You know? What'd you say?
so do you think is it that black women are strong or they're coming off too masculine?
See, this is my thing with that. I don't have a problem
Mm-hmm.
with my melanin enriched women voicing their opinions. You see what I'm saying? Me personally, I don't have that problem. I don't have a problem with a strong woman with a backbone voicing what she needs to voice or whatever it is she needs to get off her chest. Now, if she coming at it like she's me and she's trying to attack me like she's a man, then we gonna have problems.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? You can
Yeah.
be you. You can be you. You can be that strong woman, which I have no problem because that's a lot of that's one of the main problems with a lot of men. They can't register the fact that that woman is as strong as you. She can stand on her 10 toes solid just like you. You see what I'm
Amen.
saying? So a
Uh-huh.
lot of men have problems with that. They do. That's why, like I was telling you the last time, a lot of men want docile women with silly putty ass backbones, so they can walk and just do whatever they do to them. But once you
Uh-huh.
get a woman with a backbone and she stand firm with what it is she's saying, and she needs to get that message and that point across, and she needs for you to hear what it is she trying to say, don't get mad and take offense of it and be like, oh, you trying to act like a man. But now we can differentiate the difference in how, you know, a strong woman, as opposed to one of them belligerent, irate, mad women, because it's a difference. You can tell the difference. You have one that's talking to you, and then you have the other woman that's talking down to you. Just got to know the
Mm-hmm.
difference.
And making a scene out of nothing,
Making a scene. See, the women with the backbones, they know how to communicate. They know how to use their big girl words. You know what I'm saying? To where it wouldn't offend a weak ass man. You just have some women who they just don't care. I'm gonna just tell you what it is. However you deal with it, you deal with it. But
Mm-hmm.
don't have no type of empathy, sympathy within what they saying. Not
Mm-hmm.
knowing that might be cutting me deep, but are you really saying it in all sincerity, or you just want to have something to say because you feel like you just want to say it? I don't know.
Mm-hmm. So, do you feel that some of the women have bad attitudes because maybe the men are coming up short, like they're
Yeah,
not doing? Okay.
they coming up. Yeah, hell yeah, they coming up short in all facets. And
Okay.
like as far as being a real provider, if the woman has to pick up your end, pick up your slack, hell yeah, she gonna have an attitude. Rightfully so. You see
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Why
Yeah.
wouldn't you supposed to be the man? You supposed to lead.
True.
If you lead right, she gonna follow.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? If you not
Yeah.
leading right, she gonna disrespect you as a man. Because in her eyes, you ain't a man to her, you a boy. So she gonna treat you accordingly. So how you gonna get mad at that?
True.
If that man is really not holding his end of the bargain up, not just working, but just in relationship, just like I said, in communication, just in everything in general. If you as a man not holding your ground and you not standing firm and tall in what it is that you believe in, how she gonna stand tall with you? She ain't gonna stand beside you.
True.
She not. She gonna
That's
walk over you. She gonna make you feel less than that man
that's
that you
true.
supposed to be. She gonna do that. Just like
Mm-hmm.
if it was on the other shoe. If she's not that woman's woman that you subscribe to, you gonna let her know about that. Oh, hold on. This ain't what I signed up for. Wait a minute. Oh, you sold me some nonsense when I was reading your bio. It said you was this, that, and the fourth. Oh, now I'm over here. Oh man, I thought you was like I
Mm.
said though, but yeah, she's gonna have an attitude.
Okay. Do you think statements like this are offensive by saying black women have attitudes? Do you think that's offensive?
No, because a lot of
No.
these women need to hear it. A
You
lot of
need.
them need to hear it, just like a lot of men need to hear, man, you not a man. You acting less than a man. I'm not sitting here trying to belittle you and make you feel less than that, but look, man, come on, get it together. Cause to be honest with you, on some real shit, melanin men, we are we've been on attack. We are getting attacked at a high rate. And I'm not seeing real men out here really trying to hold certain things down as a man. And women are seeing that. They're
Mm-hmm.
seeing certain things that men are just not doing. and it's making them pause the calls.
Mm.
Can't be mad at that. Men, we gotta knuckle down. It's not a knock on my fellas, but hey, some of these fellas, we know what we not doing. Straight up. And we can't play the blame game and, say, well, it's her and this is why I'm like, no, man, it's you. Just like that woman. It's you.
Yeah. So do you think women say similar comments about black men? You know how we say black women have attitudes. Do you think like women, we say similar comments to men too?
Y'all say some of the coldest, excuse my language. Women say some of the coldest shit. Y'all cut deep.
I wonder where we get it from.
I wonder too. I really do. And some of what women say, hey, that shit is just due. It is what it is. Cause some of these cats need to hear it. It is what it is. But for the most part, it's like, damn, that shit is like, damn, you cutting deep.
Yeah,
that ain't cold.
That's cold.
They'll be quick to be like, nigga, you ain't shit. You not a man. But like I say, some men need to hear that. But sometimes some women just feel like they don't have a filter on their mouth. Some women don't have filters on their mouth, and they just blah 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 blah. Not knowing you cutting deep, like we have feelings too. But again, sometimes we need to hear it. So sometimes it's not about your feelings. You just need to hear it. If she's coming at you that way, it's for a real reason. You gotta understand the difference when you hear it. It's in the tone of the voice.
So, do you think black women will check you before other women would?
And
do you like when a woman calls you out and tells you what is on her mind?
Yeah, I do. Don't sugarcoat nothing for me. Let me know what I'm doing wrong so I can correct it. Don't have me thinking that I'm over here on some, I'm thinking I'm your king, but I'm really over here on some peasant shit with you. Like, don't do that. Let me know. Don't worry about my feelings. See, that be the problem. Like I was telling you last time. See, we so worried about the feelings and how a person is going to intake or register what is being said to them. Damn that. If you need to say that, get that shit off your chest. Don't sit there and try to rehearse what you gonna say to make sure it don't hurt that person's feelings. Damn that shit. If you supposed to say it the way it's on your mind, let that shit be. Let it come off your mouth the way it's supposed to come off. That's how it's supposed to come off. It's like it's more or less like it's not even what you say, it's how you say it, and that's what people be worrying about. Is, oh, you said it like this, and you should have said it like. No, I said it the way I'm supposed to say it. I'm not worrying about how you register it. I'm saying it because I mean it. Because look, man, it's like, again, I see the potential in you, but you over here, you slacking in areas. And I, as a woman, she don't need to be picking up those pieces because you supposed to do that as a man.
Gotcha. Are you attracted to black women?
All day long.
Okay.
What you mean? That's my they my melanins. What you mean? Yeah, they Mother Earth. Don't get it confused.
Okay.
All women come from you all. That part.
Okay. So do you think do you have the same perception about like biracial and mixed women? Do you think they have attitudes too?
Well, like when a melanin enriched man is with a white woman or some shit, or just any other race or something like that?
Like, okay, so you know how they say black women have attitudes. Do you say like biracial women, like black and white women or black and Latina women, mixed women that are mixed with black, do you think they have attitudes too?
Yeah, all women have attitudes.
Thank you.
It
I
don't
agree
mean,
with that
hey,
100%. We do get attitudes if
the
we need.
ethnicity. Look, the ethnicity don't mean nothing to me. All women have attitudes.
True.
Yeah.
Then how come they don't say that? How come they don't go around saying like you have an attitude? They specifically say black women have attitudes.
Because if you think about it, what do you constantly see on the idiot box? You see beautiful, melanin enriched women acting like damn fools with each other, plastering that shit all over the world for everybody to see. This is how women of color, my melanins, act, and that's not true. So
you think white women have attitudes too?
Oh, their attitude is way different. Yeah, they do though. But they shit is on some other shit. That's a whole different story. That's on some other shit. Yeah, they do. But not like my sisters though. But yeah, their attitudes is on some other shit. We'll get to that later.
Okay. Oh, let's see here. Fellas, what do you think saying comments like "I don't like to date black women because of their attitude" does for the African American community? What do you think it does? I think you kind of pointed out to it right now.
It it disconnects us.
Okay. I have to agree with
It
you.
does. It disconnects us to the point where we have to go and rock with your offsprings, which is not a problem either.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But the melanin should be the first choice always.
Gotcha.
Just in my opinion.
Okay.
You know, but there's nothing wrong with other women. You know what I'm saying? That came from the melanin enriched woman. There's nothing wrong with if you want to be with this woman, that woman, and this woman, but it disconnects when we not rocking with each other. Cause it's like I see more melanin enriched women with other walks of life, and they seem to be so happy, but when they get with us, it's like, damn, okay. To some degree, like, fuck.
Well, you know what? I guess every experience is different because I've seen different ethnicity women, and they'll be with some white men, and they still going off. So I don't, I don't know. I've seen it all, but I just have to say that.
That's what I'm saying. All women got attitudes from all walks of life.
So, what is your advice? We're about to close the show. What is your advice on women with attitudes? Is there any way we could correct that situation?
Instead of listening to respond, listen to hear. We'll say that again. Instead of listening to something just to respond, listen to hear, then respond. That be the problem with most melanin enriched women. Some, they be so quick to respond to what's being said and didn't even give it a thought process to register what was being said to them. So it's like I say, some women just be waiting for a trigger word. Once they hear that trigger word within the conversation, they gone like the road runner.
Mm-hmm.
Listen,
They gone like the road.
I'm
You
serious.
got some illustrative words. I mean,
Listen to hear, not to respond. And that's our problem. That goes both ways. We be so quick to respond instead of hearing what's being said. We don't take the time to listen, to enter and understand one's position, one's plight, why they're feeling like this, why they're coming at you like that. You know what I mean? It's just like quickest way to get up out of that conversation is, like I said, just wait for that trigger word and then just disrupt that whole conversation by taking it somewhere else. And then now you on a whole different motherfucking conversation and you ain't even stick to the message. You know, you just got to listen to hear and stop listening to respond. That's my only thing I can say to that as far as women with attitude. Just listen. Just hear a little bit. Don't be so quick to respond.
Well, that's really good advice. But one thing we didn't touch on, we did touch on it on our earlier segment, is sometimes they say black women have attitudes because they got dissed by this black woman. Like, she didn't want to talk to them. She didn't want to give them time of day. How do you feel about that? Have you seen that go down too? Like, just because the girl won't talk to you, now all of a sudden she has an attitude.
She has a right not to talk to you.
Okay, good.
If she's not feeling you, then don't make her bitch stuck up or snobby. None of that. She just like, damn, she ain't got to talk to you.
Okay.
I mean, she can say hi, hello, keep it cordial, and keep it moving, but she ain't gotta stop and give you your undivided attention because you feel that she should do that. No, that don't make her this and that, or make her, like I said, a snob, a stuck up, or this or that. We all know the stuck up ones when we see them. We all know those individual women when we see those individual women. All women are not like that. You know what I mean? And I'm not a woman, but I'm pretty sure women, they get hit on about 1,000 times in one day, every day.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't trying to, nah.
Okay,
That shit
good.
gets overwhelming sometimes. It's like, I'm good. So no,
Okay, well, we enjoyed you being on our show. Every time you're on the show, it's a pleasure. You have some really great points, and it's always nice to have a man's perspective on our show.
yeah. But again, let me say this again though. To my melanin enriched women, to my melanin enriched men, we have to stop listening to respond. We have to listen to hear. Then you will
Mm.
get what it is each party is trying to say. Be open minded. You know the bullshit when you hear it, cut that shit short. But if she's really trying to come at you because she's really concerned about some things that she needs to get off her chest, don't blow it off or don't make it seem like she on some, oh, you acting like a man now and you too tough and you this and that. No, don't do that. And women, don't be so quick to call a man weak because he's expressing his feelings to you. This is why we shut down and we don't show you women our feelings because just as soon as we do, oh, this nigga's weak. Oh, he over here acting like a sissy, a little girl, this, that,
That's
and the fourth.
horrible.
Don't do that because that will close us off because we was already taught as young boys not to show our feelings anyway. So when we do show our emotions, trust me, that shit is genuine. Don't take it lightly and don't abuse it. You see what I'm saying? Really understand what we're saying because it's already hard enough for us to express ourselves anyway, the way that a woman genuinely wants that. So when we do it, don't think we just over here on some bullshit. Like it's hard enough as a man to begin with to do that. So when we do it, just really just be cautious with it. You know what I'm saying? Because the slightest little thing it'll turn us off. And we'll close up quick on you. Like how a turtle, how when a turtle come, you feel threatened, he stick their head in the shell.
I'm
That's
telling you,
exactly
you use all the
that's
illustrative phrases every time.
that's
Yeah.
exactly that's exactly how we do.
Mm-hmm.
Straight like that. So if
That's
you
a great
don't
example.
want that, women, don't be so quick to knock us when we do express our feelings. And we not weak because we do express our feelings. Half the time, most men, we do want to express our true feelings to you. But it's not going to be reciprocated and or, it's not going to be registered the way that it should be registered. Then next thing you know, you got the woman pillow talking to her homegirl. This nigga over here simping and crying and that, and this, that. Kill
That's
that.
horrible. That's horrible. Now, Sharif, where can we find you at if we'd like to hit you up and ask you for advice or have you on another show or a different show even?
Well, you can reach me on my Facebook at Anwar Anwar. My last name McKinney, McKenney. That's my Facebook, and my Instagram is Yahshua the THA Messiah is Yahshua underscore the THA Messiah. You can find me there. That's where I'm at. I'm just on Instagram and Facebook. I had a Twitter, but I don't really be on it like that. So it's just Instagram and Facebook. You can find me there, and I'll be there.
Okay. We're about to end the show, so what do you think of my eyelashes?
Oh damn, okay. Ain't even
You like my
okay. Nah,
eyelashes?
that's pretty fly. Okay, yeah, that's
Okay.
cool. I
All
like.
right.
Yeah,
We're
we got to do this again, though. I like doing this.
we definitely will. Next time we're gonna have everyone on the panel at the same time, but we'd love having you on our show. So thank you for
Thank.
spending time on the Spicy Divorce Planner TV show.
I appreciate it. We just need to really start having more open dialogue and just really get off our chest what we need to get off and just be open minded, be cautious. You know, don't be so quick to shut off. If it's your truth, just hear it. Don't be so quick to reject it. Just hear it. You know what I
Well, see,
mean?
you're right now.
It'll get you further in life. You know, I had to teach myself that. I don't have a problem with hearing my truth. I need to hear it. Tell me something. If I'm doing wrong, let me know. Don't sit there and you know I'm doing wrong, but you ain't really. Nah, don't do that because I'm gonna look at you like you crazy. Tell me. Don't worry about my feelings. I deal with that when I deal with that in my own time. Tell me what I need to know if I need to really know it because you, as a man or a woman, see that I'm over here. I'm slipping. I'm lacking on some things. I need to tighten up some things because your eyes see what mine don't because I'm in it. Just let me know. You know what I mean? And genuine, let me know. Don't just say something because you feel you got a little bit of information and you want to just speak on it. Let me know because you genuinely want to see the change in me. That's
Gotcha.
how that shit works.
I totally agree with you. We do need to have more conversations like that. So that's why this show
Dialogue,
is a good opportunity to,
because I
to
want
get
to hear,
one
because like
another.
in all honesty, I want to hear women's opinions, like on the Skype and whatnot, so we can interact and so I can get a vibe of feeling
Hmm.
of where she's coming from. You see what I'm saying? Because we don't always have to agree, but we can agree to disagree. But as long as we on the same playing field, I understand your position and as to why you coming that way. I'm cool with that. I don't have to like it, but I get it.
Gotcha. All right. Well, you have a nice evening,
You
and
too.
I'll talk to you soon. Thank you
Yeah.
for being part of our TV show.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.